Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another episode of the PoetUp Podcast. It's your boy Mal Chi in the place to be, representing the 980 from the 910. What up, Ward?
What's up, what's up, what's up? Mo, what we do at the beginning of the show is I will generally tell some kind of story to get us started. My story is for all the socially awkward people.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you a story, but I'm not going to tell you who's involved, although Jordan probably knows, because this happened in my first or second year at B&V, at Brave New Voices, as a coach.
Okay.
I had never been around like viral poets before. I had never been around the superstar poets who I was studying on Button and all that kind of stuff. So there were featured poets at this B&V, and I had told all the kids, like, man, I can't wait to see such and such. I can't wait to see and such and such. When we walked into B&V for this particular year, we were late. We walked in as the feature show was actually finishing up. So we're out in the foyer, and I'm like, man, we missed such and such. And I'm standing next to Jessica Keene, and Jessica's like, oh, there they come right there. And as I'm turning to say, oh, okay, she starts waving this person down. Come here, come here, come here, like this. So they come over. She says to the poet, this is my friend Jay Ward. He really, really wants to meet you. And then stops talking. And
She said, you're up.
Right. So I'm standing here next to her. I'm like, by the way, I have zero conversation skills once I get into socially awkward mode. So I'm like, yeah, it was nice to meet you. Another poet walks this way. So Jessica starts talking to this poet, and I start talking to this other poet. And for some reason, we actually have like natural conversation. But the whole time I'm talking to this person, this poet keeps doing this at me because they're like, because Jessica has made this huge thing.
You said you wanted to talk to me.
Right. And I guess I should point out that the poet was a woman.
Right.
So she's like, confused and like looking at me, and I like have no earthly idea what to do. So then I'm like, yeah, and I walk away. So
very on brand for a Jay Ward movie.
this is very on brand.
Okay.
Now the thing about B&V is, even though it's a lot of people, it's not a lot of people. So we almost encounter this poet again several times over the course of the time that we're there, and each time I managed to maneuver us away, because the thing about me too is, once I'm in a socially awkward situation, I'm out completely.
Got it.
I'm not coming back. If I come into work one day and do something embarrassing, I quit. You're not gonna see me again. I'm gone.
Wow.
So
That's it.
so I was able to avoid this poet for the entire B&V until finals.
Okay.
For finals, we are walking all to the finals venue. So picture like 500 kids all walking to the same venue at the same time. Our kids are walking slow. I turn around. The poet is gaining on us fast.
Not gaining.
Yeah, like a Scooby-Doo mystery.
Gaining on us fast. And she sees me look back, which I'm like, damn. All right.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right, we got to speed up. Kids are not speeding up. Then we come to a stoplight, and then the kids know. So the kids are like, isn't that the poet that you had?
Dragging it.
In earshot of her. Isn't that? I was like, damn. I look back. She's looking right at us. I'm like, all right, we crossing the street. We didn't have the light. I was like, come on, we crossing the street.
Laws?
We gone. We gone.
I gotta get out of here.
Gone. There's more to that story. I won't go more into it, because there was actually another poet who I had a very awkward interaction with the same year. Anyway, this is for my socially awkward people. It gets better. What's up, Blues?
Wait, that's it?
That's it. That's the whole story.
See how he stays on brand with awkward shit, bro. I can tell you a funny Jay Ward story. We did a photo shoot at this amazing botanical, and as everybody leaves, Jay Ward waves at me goodbye. He was like, bye. I said, nigga, did you just wave? He was like, ah.
And we're like this far apart.
I was like, I ain't never in the history of me had a nigga wave as a grown person. Like, bye. Like,
No.
yeah, but shit was funny. Well, thank you for that, Ward. That was on brand for a very awkward ending, very John Brown ending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's your boy Blues. Enough of that. Listen, in the building, in the place to be, we have award-winning author, slam champion, New York's Lincoln Center's very first ever poet in residence, born in Oakland,
Hey.
do the Brooklyn
Hey.
thing, coast to coast. You already know. It's our girl, Mahogany Browne. Doc Brown. We'll call you Doc Brown. Doc Brown in the building.
That
What's
works.
up, Mo? How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm better. The world is on fire.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to keep my hands warm.
There you go. Well, listen,
That's
warm it
it.
by the coals. Well, speaking
That's
of keeping hands warm, Mo, as we asked you, what you drinking, and we always have a drink on the table. And Mo was like, "Oh, I'm doing tequila."
Word.
I don't even know what it was you asked me because I don't do tequila.
I said reposado.
Reposado. That's not what I called it when I sent it. I was
is
like,
not,
she
but
wants
I
some rope something. Just bring it a good white. But we have it on the table. What is this? Trace agaves. Is that what? So our resident liquor
Connoisseur.
connoisseur. What's this liquor sommelier? Is that the same thing?
It's the same thing, but I am not one of those, sir.
Okay, well you're the one
I
in
didn't go
this.
to
You're the
school
one
for
in
shit.
this on this show because
Fair. That's
nigga, we just drink brown or white and we don't know where it come from. So what do we have on the table?
All right, man. So we got Trace agaves reposado. It's a slight step up in both sophistication and complexity, and an award-winning spirit in its own right.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah.
I don't want people at home to get confused because we got Mo Brown on the show. We got Trace agaves on the table, and we got new coasters. We did not get more money, nigga. We just
we did not. We did
we just
not.
got lucky. We got lucky. So we got that to drink. Mo, welcome to the show.
you.
Thank you for being here. You are a world traveler, quite literally. I'll text Mo one day, and then like 3 weeks later, she's like, "Listen, I was in Berlin separating these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Just getting folks together." I'm like, "Berlin, nigga, just on a whim on a Wednesday."
This guy.
But no, she's doing work around the world. So glad to have you back in the city. It's cool to see you in
Happy
person.
to be back. It's humid as hell though. What
It's
happened?
hot.
Yeah.
What happened?
Climate change.
And you missed.
Woo.
The thing is, you missed the heat.
You
wave.
missed it.
Right.
Yeah.
You missed
yeah.
the
This
heat wave.
ain't it?
This
No,
ain't-
no, no.
Oh.
My God, today it feels like it
Couple,
is.
Right.
Was it last week or the
Last
week
week.
before? Yeah.
Both.
Like,
Yeah,
It was
it was both.
10 degrees
It was-
above this.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So Mo, when we get into the show, we always like to talk to the poets about their origin story, like their first poem, their beginnings.
Yeah, crack that thing open.
Yeah, Mo, where does a young Mahogany start her poetry journey?
Mahogany L. Browne began at Dorsey's Locker it's actually right on the cusp. It's right on that cusp of Berkeley and Oakland. And thank you so much. And I started with open micing, received amazing mentorship and guidance from Jessica Caramore and the Punani Poets. We did HBO's Real Sex, so I think you can say we were the first poets on HBO before it
go.
got Def Poetry.
There you
And
go.
This is a fact.
Take that sip. Take that sip. True facts.
I only drink when it's true.
I like that.
And but it was one and done kind of for me after that moment because you know what happens when money gets involved with art. Big money, big exposure, things get misconstrued, and I just was like, I think I'm gonna just do my writing thing because I was a journalist. And I went to a XXL and Honey Magazine's summer internship. It was amazing working alongside Bonsu and Daytwan Thomas, who now runs Rolling Stones again, and Black Spot, and of course Karen Mayo. And that was amazing for a couple of years. I stayed on, not just XXL, but I received another position within 3 months and just stayed in New York. It was a 3-month writing internship turned full life commitment. After a year of writing these articles about Khalees, sitting in Harlem with her, or following Cash Money on tour and writing about what I saw with Juvenile and Lil Wayne, I think Wayne wasn't even 16 or 17 at that point.
He was a child.
Yeah, like a baby, right? After a year of that, which I loved, there were just other moments that kept coming up, right, where my body wasn't safe. I wasn't in a safe space. And I had told my editor something had happened. I was threatened to be pistol whipped while doing an interview.
Damn.
Exactly. And I'm in a car driving 60 plus down the FDR in New York City. And if you know anything about FDR, you know that there is no way to move.
Nah,
Them
60
things is-
plus on the FDR is
wild.
Madness.
It's
Yeah.
wild. One, it's not an expressway.
Right, not at all.
It's a drive. That's it. It's these three lanes, and they're
Very stop
always
and go.
doing construction. Always doing construction. So that happened, and I reported it. And my editor was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that happen, but you can't put that in the article." And that was it.
That was it. Yeah.
I said, "All right, if I'm not safe here, and you're willing to write out the actual truth,
Yeah.
I need to go where you can't edit my voice into something that it's not." And I returned to poetry. Just so happened, Reggie Mason, he invited me. He was like, "Yo, I think I saw you on HBO, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You still do poems?" I was like, "Not really. I don't really do them. I didn't." I was like, I'm just a journalist now. And he's like, "Well, you got that one poem? You ain't got none." I was like,
You got that one poem.
"Yeah, I did have that one poem. Black Pussy was a poem that put me on." And I was like, yeah, I can find my, journal or whatever, and I'll come and do those poems. Never stopped. That was it.
That's all you needed.
That was it. That was January 2001.
Wow.
January 2001.
Years
And
later,
it actually
come
was
on.
January 7th, if I'm correct. Yeah. January 7th, because it was also the first day that I met Jive Poetic.
Shout out to Jive.
Shout out to
Shout out
Jive.
to Jive.
So it became that was it, I had no idea what poetry meant in New York. It was very different than Oakland. I tried to go to an open mic. Turns out it was the New Eurekan,
Yeah.
and it was a slam.
Oh.
And I slammed, and I was like, "Oh, I guess I'll slam, whatever." And I came in second,
Wow.
and the bug bit me. That was it. It was up and stuck. I was going everywhere. I'm on a Greyhound. I'm coming to your house. I'm going to slam against you at your Thanksgiving table and win.
And win.
Exactly.
And win. Carve that turkey. I'm finna carve your ass up.
That's it. But I was so hooked. It was such a thrill. It was such a rush. And for the New Eurekan Poets Cafe to exist in that way, in that time, there was no other stage I wanted to be on after that.
Yeah. And New Eurekan has always been legendary, but I think at that time it was legendary. And you just walked on in like, "Hey, what's going on in here? I just want to get on y'all's list." And
Just
you
sign the open mic.
fuck
That's
around
it.
and hit second.
Wow.
Who beat you?
Hostage. Hostage beat me. And it was me, Hostage, Angel, who he married, and Jive Poetic. We were like, that was the first time we started like slamming all against each other.
Yeah. That's legendary.
That's wild.
It was cool.
So I feel like we jumped so far ahead. Let's go back to Oakland.
Oi, oi, oi.
What does a young Mahogany write about? Like, do you remember your first poem or first essay? Like, what's the first thing you write about that you can like fully remember? Like,
As a child, 4th grade, I wrote about a girl in a dress, and I made the book. Like, it was a class project. And it was like this girl.
of course, you had to be
and a
extra in 4th
I know,
grade.
I know. Mrs. Meeks, shout out to Mrs. Meeks. Still, I put her in the book. You know what I mean? I did. That's my girl. But 4th grade, I wrote about a girl in a new dress, but I then memorized. My first poem was James Weldon Johnson, and I did it for the oratory competition, which tells you how I really got in the slam because I was in
Right.
4th grade. 5th grade, I did it by memory. I got 2nd place. Wow.
I feel like you're still holding on to that. a
actually
little
just
bit.
remembered as I
you're
said
holding
it.
on to it. Like, I got 2nd place, man.
As soon as we didn't win that. The first year I didn't, we got 2nd place, and I was hot because I knew I did good.
Right.
You know, like what you mean, too. But then the next year we went back and we won. But my poems weren't. I didn't think I could write poems. Right. High school AP Lit, I was told writing a specific way meant that I wasn't going to get, my grade for English, and I was in AP Lit. But junior year of high school, going through it, addiction in the family and incarceration affecting the family, all those things. So it ended up just being something that, poetry was whatever that I could get off my chest.
Right.
And for that teacher to say, you're not allowed to speak like that. You're not allowed to talk like that. Even though she told us, remake a classic. My classic was Dante's Inferno. How did I remake it? I used the lyrics from NWA. I thought that was a good idea.
Come on.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good idea.
You
I
know
thought he
what's
killed it.
wild?
Ahead of its time.
Because that is my experience with poetry in high school as well. Our teacher told us to remake a Shakespeare thing. So I did Romeo and Juliet. Romeo's from the east side, Juliet's from the west side. It was very hip hop. I was like, this shit is incredible. She gave me SC. I was like, are you fucking crazy?
Yep. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Are you kidding me?
But that's when I realized, oh, this can be anything I want it to be.
I love that.
And it can be the experience that I need it to be, because we're all reading these dry, white experiences. And, you know, shout out to how you grew up or how you live, but that ain't me. You want me to like this? Let me like it the way I know how to like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that makes us such brilliant people, is that we can take a very, I would almost say, raw experience of being black in America and then flipping this very white, traditional, whatever, into what we need it to be, and it still have all the genius in it.
We ain't turning nothing. It's ours. What you mean? We ain't turning nothing. Griots was first.
Well, there you
West
go.
African griot
Let's
is
go.
where poetry happened.
That's why I call her Doc
Right?
Brown. That's why.
They don't own nothing. They own nothing. Okay, hold on.
Sip. That's the truth. You always sip on the truth. Always drink on the truth. So Oakland brings you all the growings up, all the nuances and honing and shaping of your writing. And
Oakland and Sacramento. I went to high school in Sacramento. My mom, like I said, the addiction and the incarceration, we had to move away. So that's about 45 minutes away, but I kept coming back, you know, every summer. And then, of course, when I was on my own, I was able to come back. But poetry, the way that you found your way in and you were like, oh, I love this and I can see it being something new, for me, it turned me completely off. When she said, you're not writing correctly and I'm going to flunk you if you don't turn in something else, I was like, all right, I'm going to turn in the thing that you want, but I'm never writing poems again.
Yeah.
And I thought I was really hurting her, right? I was like, F bitch, I'm never doing this again. Right? And never.
Right.
I'm going to just be, you know, I think I was on the yearbook club or something. I was like, I'll just do the journalism thing because at least then I know, you know, the parameters. Whereas you told me poetry can do anything, and I did anything, and you told me,
And-
but not that.
Yeah.
Anything but something black.
Exactly.
They specifically said to remake.
Right.
Specifically.
Yeah.
She said that.
so,
And I'm 16 when that happens. Life turns upside down. I never write a poem again until I'm 21. So
Damn.
5 whole years. If I had just kept on and not had that biddy as a teacher, I could have been like the Mopra, like way earlier. Like
I'm sorry.
a poetry
Say again.
The Mopra.
Okay.
like have a whole poetry institution. I would have been ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I had to like
Yeah.
go back to scratch I'd start from scratch at 21, and thankfully I was able to find my way in. But I just feel like, oh, had I not had that flame snuffed out,
Right.
you know.
Right.
If someone would have said, this is brilliant. This is not what I expected.
Or
But
keep
it's
going.
brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
push it more. Like you can ask young people to do more. It's the reason why I teach, right? Because of women like her. So I go into the classrooms, I look like this, I talk like them, and then I tell them you can write whatever you want to write, curse words and all, but make sure what you're saying on this page, one, is the truth, right? And two, you are okay saying it in front of your grandmother. Because I feel like
Yeah.
mamas is different. People got their energies with their mamas, and I understand. But the grandmama is like, you know, that's the matriarch. That's the pastor of your family, and you don't want to disrespect her. So you had young people then remembering, oh, that's why I would never say this in front of Nana. Let me go ahead and fix this. I would never say it like that. And so they then begin to like morph the language to things that a teacher would find, responsible and respectable.
Yeah.
But just to tell them, don't write like that. Not only am I cutting them off at the knees, I'm cutting the art and its process of evolution off at the knees.
That's beautiful. And I think it's so true. I've worked with at-risk teens, especially young boys. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to let y'all write. Say whatever you need to say. Like, I'm not checking for grammar. I'm not checking for language. I just need you to get it out. But
That's
always just make sure it's the truth. And it's funny when you give them the freedom to do it, they don't often go for it. You know what I'm saying? They're like,
Because they don't trust you.
right,
Yeah.
right. Like, well, I don't trust you.
And rightfully so.
And I'm like, all right, listen, do
Yeah.
what you do. And it's the first time, like, I had cussed in front of them. I didn't mean to. I'm a cusser.
It just slipped out.
I was like, listen, y'all can't let these people, talk their shit to you. I was like, oh, my fault. But they were like, oh, he cussed.
Oh,
so we know.
He one of us.
Yeah. It's like when you see somebody smoking for the first time. Like, nigga, I ain't know you smoke. Be like, yeah.
Don't tell nobody.
Yeah. But it's I think it's such an encouraging story because I think so many poets who were at that level who now decide they want to teach, or especially teach in spaces that they have themselves been in.
That's right.
Trying to introduce poetry, or at least writing, the very art of writing itself, to folks who haven't been taught to write. Like we all have been in these schools, in these neighborhoods where writing wasn't. Writing was just so you could pass the fucking test.
That's right.
Right? It wasn't the creative thing that you did. If you were going to be creative, you got to be in the marching band or paint. Right? The writing wasn't the thing.
An instrument of some sort.
Of
needed
some
to be.
sort,
Yeah.
something. So that's amazing to hear. So you're in Oakland. You grown up enough to be on your own. At what point do you decide to leave the West Coast? Like, what says, Mo, you got to go?
So that summer internship, I arrived, and so what I love about California is people from Cali are like people from Chicago. We love Cali. We're going to tell you so much. Like, I love Cali. I miss it even still. But I know now what I miss is no longer there, right? But what I loved about California, the air, the space, the revolutionary mindset. You could be speaking with someone who was obviously, like, they could be high right now, but the mindset was still revolutionary, right? Like, they still were talking about, taking the institution down and making sure the babies get the right food. And it was it's a different place. And I came to New York just to get my chops, sharpened for the journalism world. And I was hoping to become a West Coast correspondent. I said, all right, I'm going to
Take it back to the crib.
You know what I mean? I'm going to come in here, I'm going to kill it, and they're going to like it so much that they're going to be like, all right, we got you when you go back home. And my fourth day, I interview Lil' Kim.
Oh, dang.
And then we walk through the club to C's, who's across the room, and I'm like, oh, I'm never leaving. Like, what is
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm never leaving. And then the new DMX song comes on, and it was everything that you see in the film Belly without the death.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
a
when they walked through that
scene.
club,
Yeah.
it was that, and I was living it, and I was just like, oh no, I'm not going back to Cali. Absolutely not.
So-
not yet.
So was the movie Brown Sugar based on your life? I'm just messing with
I was gonna say it was based on my boss's life.
For real.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a detour that I'm glad I made.
I wasn't flexing with this arm. I was flexing with this arm.
But I found out late. I found out so late. I was like, that's you. And I'm saying words like the lines to her. And she's like, girl, please. Please stop.
Oh, shit.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
We'll talk about that offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with yeah.
Done and done.
Please.
I mean, there's so
You see how we
many.
drink with the truth?
Yeah.
There's so many segues we could go from that one. So I got two, and it's a rollback, and it's small. The first time you hear DMX's, is it the Get At Me Dog? You heard it in the club.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what your? Because I've got an experience with that record too. What was your experience hearing that? Because it's so fucking.
Beyond, like, you know how, okay, I don't know if y'all are like spiritual and woo-woo in that way where you like believe in ghosts and you know when your hair raises just from a sound, like you don't know if it's like frightening or, but you know you just aware.
Yes.
You're like, it's electricity. That's what it felt like. It felt like every part. Ooh, it felt like Bruce Leroy.
Like the glow. When he got the
You
glow.
got the glow.
It felt like Bruce Leroy, and I just thought, holy smokes, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is real. This is us.
Yeah. So when I was at UNCC, shout out Niners, I got to be a Def Jam rep.
Yes, you did.
So they're sending me the records, they're sending me
you
all the
was.
promo, and they send me this tape. And I don't say DMX. I said, what's Demix? I don't know. Wait a minute.
Wait, I gotta give him.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. Because it was dumb. And then I was like, and I read it. I read it so articulate.
But we
Get
have
at me,
cassette
dog.
tapes. We have cassette tapes.
Yeah. And I said, get at me, dog. So I'm driving, was a 1995 Hyundai Scoop, 212s in the trunk. I put in this tape and I turn it up.
Oh shit.
The shit hits you in the back. And
Yeah.
I said, what the fuck is this?
What is this?
And then he hasn't said anything yet.
Right.
Then he starts rapping. I was like, this nigga's finna be the greatest thing ever. And yo, I asked them between, I remember the first time I heard Juicy riding through Atlanta, their first experiences with some of these iconic songs. But for you to be in a club with Lil' Kim and C's and then that shit comes on, that's incredible.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, it was a Rough Rider collab or one of those songs, one of those drops. It was, because Get At Me Dog, that was 90.
That was like 97.
Yeah, I was just out of high school. I hadn't left yet.
Oh, okay. Well, for me, that shit was crazy.
The reason why I said that I was in the club working for, the record Street Teams.
Street Teams.
Street Teams.
So
I miss Street Teams.
I miss Street Teams too.
Street Teams
we
was the
gave
shit.
T-shirts. We gave out free food.
Man, Street Teams, being on a Street Team made you feel like a rock star.
For sure.
Yeah.
You just like, everybody was excited to see you. So that's when I was in the club.
Hey, kids, before there was the plug, there was the Street Team.
There was a Street Team.
Shout out to the Street Teams.
So that was that part.
Yeah.
We talked about your boss being the brown sugar person, but you have also dabbled in a movie.
That's true.
Starring a fine as hell Jill Scott. I just want to say that
She's
on
gorgeous.
record. Gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
How did that come about? Because you got credits, not just like appearances, but credits.
You got your SAG card?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. How did it happen? All right, so they came to the New Eurekan because that's what the New Eurekan was, really, really a hotbed for poetry for so long, right? Friday nights was like a club, all right? It was like an actual party. And then when I took over in 2007, January 2007.
Beginning of a new era, just so y'all know.
Yeah, I really tried to like make it.
No, you did.
Something else.
You did.
Just something else. And there was a lot of pushback, right? I got a lot of pushback. But what was the question?
How did it come about?
The movie, right? So because it was like a hot spot and everybody was already coming, that's where Saul Williams came through. That's the first time I saw Sheehan Van Cleef. He was in the semis with Greg Purnell back in 1998. 1998. In New Eurekan Poets Cafe in New York City.
That's a crazy sentence.
Right? And I just went there for like this one-off, and I was introduced to it that way. That's why I went back to do my poem there and made second place. But we had just made it a hot spot, so folks came all the time looking for artists, for commercials, for voiceover work. I'm personally a voiceover artist, so that's how I even was able to stay in New York when times got real with the magazine life. I did a Hennessy ad with Isaac Hayes. That's how I was able to stay.
Oh, nice.
Word.
Right? So, and that was before I got to the New Eurekan. This is because we were always, the poets were always in the mix.
Yeah.
So RZA and his comrade came to like see what was going on, and I'm a hip hop head, right? At that point, I'm also a former journalist. So as soon as we walk in, I'm like, all right. I text Jive, hey, RZA's here, and he's like, nah, and I point, and he goes. And he is a Wu fan.
I know he about lost his mind.
Right. I had just bought Jive the RZA memoir.
Oh my God.
For his birthday. So he had the book in his backpack.
Oh my God.
It was amazing though, because after that he put on a song, he put on a Wu song, and RZA did the salute. And they just loved the energy that they came up to me and was like, yo, we'd love to talk to you about, getting a couple of poets together, working on this thing.
That's cool.
And I said, all right, I would love to see, what we can do. And I was mostly interested in just writing. I don't care about being in front of the cameras. I don't know what that is. I think, just being a black woman.
Right.
You either got to really want it, or you know that they're going to come for you, so you never want it. And
That makes sense.
being a brown-skinned woman raised in California, when it was only good to be light-skinned, I was like, I don't need to be in the front. I just want to write I just want to do the art. I just want to do this thing. So they were like, yeah, we would love to have you write these poems, like look them over, because they had already had a script, because the woman who wrote the script used to come. And she made a whole name. Yeah, she was she made a person that was like Mahogany. She had this, it was very cool. It was super cool. They even asked us to do the what is it, the intro, right? Like how do you do the intro? And so I had to tell comment with Miguel Agarin. Right? So we were doing all of the work just to make sure that the New Eurekan was like really uplifted. And they loved it so much that they ended up doing a rental and doing, as you saw, the scenes where they're doing the poetry. That is actually the New Eurekan Poets Cafe.
Yeah.
So one Friday night they come, they was wide open. They loved it.
Yeah.
And then I got the invite to come. We had another poet who also worked alongside them. They already had their poems. RZA had his ideas. And he's not really the person you'd be like, hey, that shit is whack. You don't say that. No,
Right.
hey, maybe you do. I don't say that. So, you know,
Jordan Bailey would.
I don't think he'd walk straight after. Because RZA's scary.
It's scary.
Scary. Grim Reapery.
Okay. I retract my statement.
Right.
I don't want no problems with Jordan.
Keep Jordan safe. And just, but what I also was able to do, which I appreciate, is I said, I think you need real poets in here, in the film.
Yeah.
And so I was then, as the artistic director at Urban Word, I then got the space at Urban Word, had all of our youth poets and like maybe 10 adult poets come and do an open mic, an exhibition. And we invited the Woo, like all of their team there. And they got to tell us like, definitely want to hear from this person again. Definitely want to hear. And that's how we were able to populate that film
That
with
is
actual
dope.
poets.
That's real dope.
That's super dope.
That's
See my shirt? Because I do. I support Black poets because I do.
that's
For real.
That's a real statement for those of you who don't
Get them.
Oh.
support Black poets.
Talk
You
to
know,
him.
Here we go. Soapbox. Some niggas consistently hire non-Black poets during the month of February like it's all good.
Wild.
This is a tangent, so excuse me as I go.
I'm your hype man.
How the fuck could you not get a Black person who does poetry to come do poems at your school, your job, whatever it is, in honor of Black History Month?
How?
It's not fucking hard. It's
Nah.
not hard at all.
At all.
And it should be expensive, but it ain't. It should be expensive, but it ain't. Anyway, support Black poets,
Period.
Footnote. This goes for Juneteenth as well.
Woo!
especially for Juneteenth.
4th of July for whom?
Right.
Wait, okay. I got an expanded tangent.
I like y'all tangents. This is fun.
All right, so there's no good way for me to say this.
Good.
Say it.
Do you think Juneteenth is a white holiday? This is why I'm asking this.
White holiday. What is? Can you
But-
just make sense of what that means?
Yeah. Okay. By that I mean, so I grew up knowing about Juneteenth.
Yes, sir.
I grew up in a small country town. America didn't really acknowledge it until George Floyd
After
got
George Floyd.
murdered.
Right.
And for a year it was about Black people. But in the past 5 years,
It's been about unity.
It's been about
Right.
Yes.
No, I feel what you're
So
asking.
I guess that's what like I said, I wasn't gonna ask it right, but that's what I mean. Is it? Do y'all feel like
We ain't been Cinco de Mayo yet, bro. We're good.
Yeah.
you don't think so?
Nah.
Because so here in Charlotte, right?
Because white people still don't want to acknowledge Juneteenth. They will.
But they take that day off.
They'll
Right.
take that day off, and on Cinco de Mayo, they will get fucked up with a sombrero on. They're
Okay.
in the streets.
Nasty work.
But when we ask them to, hey, come to our church meeting and learn about the history of America, they'll be like, for what? You should
Okay.
just get over it.
Okay.
What do you need a holiday for?
And that's I guess that's what I was asking, because I work in corporate America.
Okay.
Right? And there's a pre-COVID, post-COVID. Pre-COVID, the companies that I work for, that wasn't a holiday. Christopher Columbus Day was a holiday.
Rape and pillage day.
And I just be seeing some people that get too excited about having the day off, but
But not
can't-
honoring why the day is off.
right.
I feel that.
And so that's why I was asking, because here in Charlotte, there was one Juneteenth festival that was held by Paps that owns House of Africa. for the longest, and now there's like 20.
Oh wow,
Which
that's great.
some are good, some are white.
White focused? How you white focused Juneteenth?
They're not white focused.
It's not that they're white focused. It's just that the folks throwing them are white, and their focus is probably more on unity and making it more corporate. Make a corporate advantage.
Sorry.
Wait,
I mean,
white people are producing Juneteenth
Yes.
events?
so hopefully they're outsourcing the production. Like white groups that are that majority white are producing them for sure. Hopefully, like sometimes they'll approach blues to be the organizer, like to be the producer, to produce the event.
Yeah. Okay. So even with Blumenthal, a very white organization, I pulled together two Juneteenth big celebrations. Oakland was the catalyst for wanting to do that way. Oakland does a huge Juneteenth situation.
Massive.
And I'm like, oh, we have spaces and money to do that.
Yes.
The trouble was those spaces weren't controlled by black people. They were controlled by white people who were afraid of, if we do this,
There it is.
we'll get pushback from the bank or da-da-da-da. So we'll do something small. And that's what they would do, is something small. But so big shout out to USAA, huge organization for American soldiers, whatever. They do something every year. Through a lot of these people have affinity groups or whatever within their company. So BASF has done something, USAA has done something. The people who make them fucking pots, I can't ever remember their name.
Teflon?
Teflon, not Teflon. Teflon is the stuff. But anyway.
I know who you're talking about, though.
But so they all have done something, very white companies, but they said, hey, the African-American groups within, the employees within,
Nice.
whatever y'all want to do, not only will we give you the support, they show up to the event. So they're employees, and it's not mandatory.
Right.
I tell you why the USAA people show up, because the food was fucking banging. Like, them motherfuckers came in there. Bro, they came in, made plates, sat down, listened to my little speech. All right, thank you. That was informative. All right, I'm going to go ahead and head on down. Finish out this lunch at my desk. I'm like,
Why
hey.
you said they came in like a timeshare meeting?
Listen, they said, I don't get mac and cheese like this all year long. This is the one time I know I'm going to get something to eat, and I'll get fed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it was really cool. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't think it's for white people. I think white people took advantage of having the day off, and then got to complain on their day off about having the day off.
Baby.
It's wild.
Baby, they're weirdos.
Yeah.
Wild.
So some of the original concerns that came out was, one, yes, it was made a national holiday in the wake of the George Floyd incident, and so it felt like, hey, this is some kind of appeasement.
That's right.
To quiet folks down. And then secondly, it was like, all right, well, they're going to make it commercial, and it's not going to be what it was. And like we saw that immediately. We saw Walmart jump up and make Juneteenth ice cream.
Nasty.
Like, right? We saw that immediately. But I think what endures.
Wait,
Go ahead.
Walmart has Juneteenth?
No. They got shut down really quick. Like as soon as Juneteenth, they had it. Yeah. Immediately.
They had it.
Immediately. They were ready. They were ready. Yeah, they were ready with the Neapolitan rebranding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was Neapolitan?
Yeah. It was what? It was red something and something else. It was.
Yeah. It was
Tomato.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
The only thing they was missing was putting it next to the watermelon Kool-Aid. It was. Walmart went all the way in. They went all the way in. They're like, "Is this what you want?" Be like, "Wait, baby, slow down.
Hey, black.
Back it back up. Ask somebody black before you just start making all these
I
decisions.
do want watermelon, but that's it.
I don't need this ice cream shit you got going on.
I like it because it's delicious, not because I'm black.
right.
It's good for you.
Right.
Refreshing.
I want to circle back to an example that Mo set a while here, as far as like standing up in the room, like being the voice in the room that stands up. Here's the thing about Juneteenth. I think the education is necessary. I also think that you have to consider that we are in a time post George Floyd where this government, the seated government right now, wants to ban books and they want to erase history. They don't want you to talk about slavery. They want to pretend it never existed. But in the face of that, we're also celebrating Juneteenth every year. We're also educating folks every year. And what I like about being the voice in the room, I'm referring to you being the voice in the room for this movie to say, we have to have real poets here. The power of the voice in the room is even if a primarily white organization is hosting Juneteenth, and they reach out to you not to be the producer, but say, we just want you to do a poem, or we just want you to talk about whatever. And no matter how they preface it, if you come into the space knowing, I'm gonna talk to this entire white audience and I ain't holding nothing back. I'm not being PC. I'm gonna tell you the exact history of Juneteenth,
Right on.
what it was and what it means.
That's
and
right.
I'm gonna give you some food for thought on how you can celebrate it beyond taking the day off and beyond making money from selling merchandise. I'm gonna tell you the real way that you can benefit from this holiday. Then I think that's the power of being the voice in the room. Also, like the synergy between it being a white holiday and like Cinco de Mayo, like Juneteenth in various forms. Yes, Juneteenth, those celebrations were in Galveston, Texas. But Liberation Day in my hometown of Rich Square, North Carolina, Liberation Day was a thing on July something. It's a whole different day because
Why?
well, June 19th is only represents the day that Galveston,
Galveston
Texas
was-
became free.
No, I meant, what is Liberation Day?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got you. Yeah, it's the same thing for them.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
same
That
thing.
was their. That was their.
It was
That
liberation.
was
their
their
liberation.
day. That was their Liberation Day or Jubilee or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Juneteenth
Got it.
or all
Got
those
it.
different days.
Copy.
So it's not like a Cinco de Mayo thing where it's so isolated and then it explodes and everybody is accused of co-opting. These celebrations were being held not in mass by Black folk, but certainly not limited just to Galveston. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
That's
have
right.
a problem with white people honoring, learning, and supporting Juneteenth. I think anyone who wants to argue about the legitimacy of it should argue with your mama. I think that the fact that it is a federal holiday now in response to the murder of George Floyd, you know, we're in a country that is constantly cannibalizing on itself. So the inch is the inch, right?
Yeah.
I'd never look at it like, oh, I can't wait for that $20 bill with Harriet Tubman's face.
Yeah.
I actually don't care. Like, we should not probably do that because she wasn't with the shits.
Right.
But to honor, to know, to learn, that is the most important thing. As a poet and author who has several banned books or a banned book and a challenged book, I know the importance of people just knowing that you exist, knowing the truth. So for them to try and erase it, like, that's the only thing that I'm fighting for, is to make sure that we are not erased.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope they learn. I hope they learn, and I hope they enjoy the mac and cheese.
The voice of
There's so much there.
there's
go
so
ahead,
much
go ahead.
there. I'm
Go
gonna,
there. I want to know. Go in the rabbit
I'm gonna make
hole.
this real quick, Blue, so that you can jump to your point.
Oh,
I was
he's angry.
yeah. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
No, there's a squint
Let him go.
in
Let
the
him
eye.
go. I actually forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway.
No,
Go ahead,
no,
Blue.
no.
Oh, look at you like
You're good. I think, and I hope our listeners and our viewers don't miss the part where we are sitting with someone with banned books,
Yeah.
challenged books.
Yeah.
This isn't a woman who speaks lightly or speaks in hate
Yeah.
at all. Like, I know Mo, and this ain't no bias. Like, I know this woman, and if she's got a problem with you, you fucked up somewhere. Like, it's not just because it's fuck you day. It's you fucked up somewhere.
Yeah.
So for someone to have a challenged or a banned book within our midst, within this realm that you see, know that that shit is real and that there are people out there actively trying to silence the voice of. If we go all the way back to the teacher who told you if you don't write a certain way,
Yeah.
you're not going to get nowhere. We go back to an editor who says, I don't give a fuck if they wanted to pistol whip you. We're not putting it in the story. Is that not America a lot of times?
Come on now.
Is that not the place that we live in a lot of times?
Come on now.
So, poets, and this is back on y'all, stop with the performative shit.
Say that. Say it twice.
Until you're ready to be banned and challenged, stop with the performative shit. Be as real as you need to be and get your fucking voice out there. We're not saying this to be like we're self-righteous. We're not. We're living proof of what an administration and a country wants to do to your voice and your body. The shit ain't a fucking game.
That's right.
Damn, this tequila made it
I
serious.
told you. I told you the reposado. Do it and bring it out of you.
Listen. So
You ready to fight the power, huh?
it's all because your T-shirt. Listen. Support Black poetry. Support Black poets.
Shout out to Felicia.
Yes.
Listen.
So
From Langston's
if
Club.
if we talk about can we talk about some of the books though? Like, what's the challenged book?
All right, so so Woke, A Young Poet's Call to Justice is an anthologized book of poems with Olivia Gatwood, Elizabeth Acevedo, and myself, and
Shouts out Acevedo. Yeah.
Word.
Acevedo.
And Jason Reynolds did a foreword. Shout out to my brother. And it is a beautiful book. It literally, like Theodore Taylor III did all the illustrations. He also did illustrations for Kool Herc's children's book. I think he did LeBron's children's book. Like, he's amazing. He's just so good. So we did this book, and the idea is just we're giving building blocks to young people on how to be global citizens. So what does accountability look like? What does allyship look like? What does volunteering look like? And there's just poems. There's even a moment of us talking about intersectionality. If someone's talking about intersectionality with a 10-year-old, right? Like, this is what it means right now, right here. We would not have the issues that we have in Congress. Right? So it's the whole point of that book was to just give building blocks to the next voters. And Woke Baby was the first one. It's the board book. So that's challenged because it's not in schools, whereas Woke is. And Woke Baby, what they decided to do, so I get death threats, and people threaten to lynch me with my head wrap. And they also decided to challenge Woke Baby by hiding it in bookstores and putting it on this something called the red flag list, where they paint my eyes red to say that I'm the devil. And then they put up where they hid the book. They're like going through the bookstore, and they're like, no one's ever going to get this nigger bitch, and then they hide it.
That's crazy.
Yo, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Because it's literally, so like, being uninformed is capital. And the more uninformed or misinformed you can be, the better it is for the people whose ultimate goal is to have black people as slaves again.
Is that the GOP? I mean, let's call names.
Yeah.
What we saying?
Yeah, the racism in and of itself is stupid.
And it's boring.
And it's boring.
And y'all motherfuckers are lazy.
Yo,
Lazy. And it
you ain't got no new ways.
No
to
new
say
shit.
nothing.
Come on, bro. Like, be creative in your. Go ahead. My fault.
You right. We gotta let him rock.
why wouldn't I want to expand my knowledge? Why wouldn't I want to, like, you can't, I don't.
Can I help?
Yes, please.
Because I think what you're trying to argue about is common sense.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
And some people, right? Common sense is considered the new anti-intellectualism. It's like, well, everybody don't do that. Maybe you should. I don't know.
Maybe.
Consideration is crazy. I get it. I know it's not just about you, myopic, but if you just consider your neighbor, right? A consideration.
That's it.
If I just considered my neighbor, half of the issues would be done. Half of it would be done. What you are noticing, they keep the masses dumb because at least then I can keep you as an assembly person. I can keep you as a consumer.
Yeah.
I can keep you as someone who never feels good enough because I'm using words that are far bigger than what you can, comprehend at this moment. So just buy this skin brightening cream, right? Or just you can go to this online school for TikTok, or you can do anything else that makes you a consumer, that makes you still reliant on the system, that will then continue to like push disinformation into your life. And I mean, America is not, under this new administration, it is clear that it operates as a business. It operates as a corporation. It is not operating as a country, and it does not care about its citizens.
It especially does not care about white people. And here's where I'm getting him. Dear right-wing, super MAGA Republican white people, they think you're stupid as fuck.
Dead ass.
Because they will tell you anything, and guess what you do? You accept it.
Yes.
You buy it. The minute you try to think for yourself, you're considered a woke baby.
Yeah.
And so now they're going to hide that book because they don't want you to know shit. They want to keep you dumb. Black folks know where we stand in this country. We good. We're intellectual enough. We're smart enough to know that every Obama thing ain't for us. Every Biden thing ain't for us. We do the research on every bit of it. But y'all motherfuckers buy this felons, I refuse to call him president, the felon shit wholesale. Wholesale. And so now you're being grifted by other white people who they don't give a fuck about you. They know that you'll engage and they get money from that. That meta check be hitting some of these white folks' accounts hard, not because of us. Sometimes we'll jump in there and be like, this is the stupidest shit ever. But y'all will share it with your friends and neighbors.
Yeah.
And then they'll share it, and then they'll share it. And the white person who grifted you in the first place is probably going to an HBCU homecoming.
Have y'all seen the clip of Trump? I think it was on the Tonight Show a long time ago, where he was talking about politics, and they asked him what he was, and he was a Democrat.
Yes, he was.
And they said,
originally,
if you ran as president, what would you run? And he said, I'll run as Republican because they're dumb and they're easy to sway.
Yes, he did.
And what you see is the result of that. But this is not new. Going back to the days of slavery, it was easier to convince poor white people that it was in their best interest, which this happened with Irish folks. Like Irish folks were not considered white, and they were considered subclass citizens under white folks.
Italians as well.
And Italians. Once they were able to convince them that they were at least better than black and they could be welcomed into white space, then it made it so much easier to keep, black folks down and to keep people. What's wrong?
Go ahead. No.
Okay. No, I was going to circle back to something too. This comes back to the voice. This comes back to the power of poetics. I've said this for so long. Like, poets have been on the leading edge of societal change and revolution for a long, long time. You do have an obligation, and the art is part of the obligation. It's not that you have to be forward thinking like Elizabeth Acevedo and Mo Brown and put together an anthology. And it's not that you have to be so deep into the movement that you are sparking and doing all this stuff. But it does mean that you have to be intentional. It does mean that your art has to provoke something. And it does mean that we are in a space where we are not used to what band means. Like if you're a poet and you have the opportunity to be the voice in the room, how that's going to show up is either you're going to go along with everything, even though you know it's fucked up, but you got a paycheck, or you're not going to go along with it, and proactively you're going to say, I'm going to educate folks right now. Nobody in this room wants to hear this. So I have a 20-minute set. I'm going to give y'all 10 minutes of what you want, but I'm going to give you 10 minutes of education. And then if it fucks up your check, then it says it was worth it. Then it says, "Yo,
Does it say it was worth it?"
Well, I'm saying, I'm saying that from an artistic standpoint, you've done a job, but also you've put yourself in a position.
Come on, Mo. What you got?
Yeah. Go ahead, Mo. Disagree with me.
Disagree with me. No, I rock with you heavy, but I think the blanket statement that all poets are coming in here to change something.
I wasn't trying to say that all poets should. I was trying to say,
you're saying being intentional and
I think there's some intentional moments.
You gotta know that they're not gonna do that. Even the ones who pretend to be righteous, right? Wolf in sheep's clothing, like you pretending that you with this work, and you actually are all about lateral violence. Okay. You're harming the people that are in your community.
Come on.
And then you're writing poems about upholding your community. And then I don't care about your poem. I care about your ethics. I care about your morals. I care about the fact that you write poems and you don't cite the black woman's shoulders in which you're standing on. And I think until we just do the bare minimum of being considerate of our neighbors, poets, like you're not considerate of the people who walked you in the door, then until we do that, we never gonna there's no real liberation. There's no real freedom, because at the end of the day, it's coon work. Whew.
Let's go.
It is.
I want to sidetrack us for 1 second, but I don't want anybody to come on it. Okay.
Coon work is never leaving my fucking lexicon.
I just want to say
thank you, Mo Brown. Come on.
I just want to say I think it's hilarious that Blues thinks that MAGA folks watch the show. That's all I wanted to get out there.
Hey man, listen.
You might have a little.
I have a little side hobby of trolling certain MAGA folks on Facebook. It's so fun.
You're terrible.
Oh, well, you know what's even more fun is the coon work of black conservatives who are doing this shit for white appeasement.
Nasty.
But what they hate about me is because, I know why they're doing this. It's a check. They're just getting a check. They'll say anything for a check anyway.
Yeah, we were on Poets, and Poets not like.
I mean,
we were
that
on
is
coon work is what we were
We
doing.
was on Coon.
But I think poets don't realize that they are a part of the problem, right? They think it's just a 2-minute and 45-second thing that I said. But the reality is, like anything, y'all remember the butterfly effect, like that?
The movie?
Premise?
Oh yeah.
I love the movie, but the premise.
Yeah.
The movie actually stole its entire premise off of Ainsley Burroughs, a New York poet's poem.
Shout out
But
to Ainsley.
the premise of the butterfly effect, like that theory. Do you know the theory, Jay?
Yeah.
Can you share it?
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get it exactly right.
Let's-
But
let's-
I think there's
one,
like
Let's
two
make it a
different
group
ones. Go ahead.
piece.
okay. One small thing now, one variation now can have ripple effects into the future and make large change. So like if you were to go back to the time of the dinosaurs and step on a leaf, then that might ripple effect and all of a sudden like humans have 3 legs instead of 2.
Perfect.
I know the one where a butterfly flaps its wings in Africa and a hurricane comes.
Oh yeah, I've heard that one as
That's
well.
us also.
Yeah.
I'm going off of his.
Science.
Yes. It's like lore or science? Science, cool. But the lore is hot. That mythology is that's that poetic set at its finest. But yes, the science of you doing a little thing, thinking it only matters to you, right? And we can take it to like everyday things. You go to this one slam, and this slam, everybody knows, is a gambling trap. Do you know what I'm saying?
It costs $30 to get in, but the winner only gets 100.
Thank you.
It's a pyramid scheme. Keep going.
You
Mo.
hear me? And they think, all right, I'm gonna just do this one poem that I saw whoop-de-whoop do on Button, but nobody, like we've had people just say, I'm gonna just do the poem like that. Or that poem.
That poem.
We've had
verbatim.
both. We've had both, right? And they think it's not gonna affect anything. It not only affects the trust in the community, but it affects the pockets of the person you stole from.
Come on.
How are you about us being liberated if you're willing to steal from your actual neighbor?
Yeah.
Stop copying.
Or
Wait.
just cite. Like painters are great. I watched Georgia Keefe's Whoop De Whoop. I looked at Amy Sherrell's documentary. This moved me to do this. And then it goes on. Your genius is amazing. Your genius is still your genius, even if it isn't self-made. Self-made really is one of the most oldest tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
There ain't no thing called self-made. Somebody stood there. They stood the door open, right? They took the hinges off. They
Right.
died for you to be there.
Right.
You are not self-made.
Right. And that's
Period.
and I know I'm finna get this.
Get
this-
into it.
The
What
old
happened?
the old nigga talking, but young
OG.
young generation, y'all gotta know what y'all doing ain't the newest thing. And the funny thing is, shout out to all the relationship poets.
What's that
Go
mean?
no,
What's that
brother.
mean? What's that mean? What does that mean?
Listen,
What's
I'm gonna
that?
do this poem for you because I know what you've been going through, Queen. If I had 10 cards, I'd give you 9, and you'd be the ace in my heart. That bullshit. You niggas is fucking lying, bro. Y'all niggas is lying. But the worst part is you want people to believe you, and you should not be believed. And I said that on another
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah,
but you should
you
not
did.
be believed because you are pandering just to fuck.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
that's it. Like there's no intention past healing anybody.
Don't get
There's
me
no
started.
intention of past giving
Jesus
people
be a
therapy. You just want to know how dope your words are so you can fuck that night.
It's all about conquering.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is an age-old problem. Although, you see it a lot right now. Though.
Well, and
It's happening again.
Shout out to the internet. Shout out to the
yeah.
TikToks. Shout out to everybody who's doing it and they see that lane to get in and they want to get in through that door on those shoulders of whatever that trend is. And it's intentional in a way that does not need to be intentional.
Right. And trends are trash. Be
Mhm.
inspired
Mhm.
and then move. You know what I'm saying? Pivot. Show us what's next. But I don't need your version of Sonia Sanchez, Nikki Giovanni, Audre Lorde, and June Jordan. They did it. I don't need a new Aja Monet. She's here. I don't need a Shanaka Hodge. She's here. Do you?
So
It'd be so great to hear your voice sounding like you.
Wait a minute, let her cook. Let her cook. I feel like
okay,
she.
yeah, no,
I feel like we got more. And shout out to Shanaka Hodge. Shout out to
Right.
Ironheart. Shout out to everything.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
okay. So I'm with you on that because when I was coming up, so blues kind of brought me into the Charlotte scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to be blues because blues was blues, and so me and Carlos Robinson used to talk about this all the time.
Carlos.
So me and
We
Carlos,
love you, Carlos.
yeah, that's my guy.
That's my friend.
I hadn't seen him in years, but me and Carlos used to like go to spots and we do poetry, talk poetry,
Sure.
and we always was like, man, we appreciate Blues and Terry and Maze and Sheba and all of these people that like brought us in, but we never wanted to sound like them. Like, I don't want to sound like what a blues poem is. I want to take a blues poem topic maybe and make it sound like me at most. And it feels like, to me, I've stepped back a lot from being out, but it feels like to me, a lot of what's happening now is, hey, you know what's hot? You know what gets a bunch of YouTube views?
Yeah.
Mo Brown poems. So I'm going to do a Mo Brown poem in Mo Brown's cadence.
Yeah. Someone did make a Black P poem. Like the same.
Everything.
Yo, it was weird.
For real.
Like, rock off.
That's like me
Enjoy
doing When Doves Cry.
Right.
That's like doing Shihan's Love Like it's,
Yeah.
he did it. It is his.
A lot of
We've
people
seen
did
it.
that poem though.
I know, and we should stop.
Yeah.
Let him rock.
I think there was a period, and there's probably this same golden area of New Yorican that you're referring to, where I feel like 80% of the country wanted to sound like New York.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I can't tell you how many.
We had a good move.
Yeah.
We had a good movement going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prided myself on that.
Yo,
It was like poetry boot camp. I loved it. I mean, I come from sports, you know. I almost moved to Barber
Scotia.
I got a softball scholarship for Barber Scotia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, like, I love sports, and I treated slam like sports. We have a time.
We talked
show
about
up.
that before, too.
Yeah.
We have a time we show up. We have to do these poems. You drop your poem, you do your push-ups. You late, you do your push-ups.
Yeah.
You can't do push-ups,
we
you do
used to
your
hear
planks.
the stories of what was happening in New York. We were like, yo, this motherfuckers
I want
is
to know,
going
what
through
did
it.
you hear?
We
Give
were
me one story.
All right, so New York was the team to beat. Like, that was the team to beat.
And they always beat us.
Not always, but there was the team to beat. But we also knew, like, if you fucked up a poem, you had to be there on time. You could get kicked off the team for, like, just fucking up slightly. Like,
That's
it
not
was
the truth.
I know it's not the truth
said
now.
that?
We're just down the line. This is what you hear, right? So I was like, that's how they get good. I'm from sports. We talk about this, like, so here's a working theory. Let's see what your take is on it. We feel like the most winningest people in slam also have some sort of background in sports. Would you agree?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Highly.
And I think most of the people we've talked to, like Rudy Francisco is a basketball
He's a
head.
baller.
Javon
Absolutely.
Johnson is a basketball head and a boxer. He's
Oh, so
He's
don't
put on the
throw
gloves.
them hands.
I've seen Javon, Doc, I'm sorry. I seen you on the street ready to wreck a nigga. It was crazy. Shihan,
Yeah,
of course, his
Karate.
father's background. Yeah. Now that I know that you play softball, like it's
basketball.
and basketball. So it
And
is.
tennis.
It is this idea. Really? What else? You swim? Swim, nigga. What's up? What else is up?
I was
Little
one
flag
of the
football.
flag girls. I can throw that flag up in the air and catch
Twirl
it.
it.
20 feet.
Oh, shit.
Javelin type shit.
Like I can throw this
We
football
had
over that
nothing to
mountain.
do.
I can throw this football over
I throw
that
this
mountain.
fucking-
And then Omar Holman taught me how to archer. So now I'm about to get into archery
Okay.
competitions.
Bow and arrows?
I'm really good.
Compound bows?
Listen, I say this.
I'm like Katniss, but I'm black.
When the shit goes down, find Mo Brown. She's either gonna write us out this shit or shoot everybody the fuck up. Like she's gonna air this shit out. One of the two
Both,
is getting aired
actually.
out one way or the other.
Both and.
So there's that idea of people with sports backgrounds are highly successful in slam as well because they do treat it like a game, right?
Yeah.
There is a
Yes.
system to it. There's the artwork that goes into it, but there's also the planning and the strategy that goes
It's
into
all
it.
strategy.
Yeah.
Slam is, look, and I have these moments with the young people coming up now because I'm pulled to the side all the time, and I'm just like, I want the best for you. Slam is going to break your heart. Let's start there.
Yeah.
And it's not you losing the slam. That's not the thing. It's you believing in people who you think are good because they won the slam.
Ooh. That's the way to make us talk. Yeah.
This gonna,
Where you going, Jordan? Come back.
this gonna be a two-parter. This is gonna be a two-parter.
Right? But like, it's a real thing. Like, you think because a poet is good in slam that they're a good person, when really it's strategy, right? And you'll know that they're a good person by looking at the rest of their work in the world. However, more times than not, all we got is this moment, all right? And so we think, well, you had that moment about the revolutionary thing, so it's gonna be all right. We're gonna be like, you got you for me. Nah, you're not for you.
Right.
Right. And that's where the lateral violence comes in, because now you a mark.
Ooh.
You set yourself up. You let them do this little game right here, that thing
Yeah.
on your ass. And
Three-card
now-
Monty.
That's it, 3-card Monty. And now you stuck.
Oh, man. The gems being dropped right now. My bad. Go ahead, Blues. Yep.
I feel like Jordan wanted to ask something about stealing Mo Brown's
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jordan.
Well, not necessarily. I was going to ask because y'all were talking about just the issues that are reoccurring, and Blues was mainly, he was on his old nigga tangent. So I just I love when Blues getting that back. He don't do it enough. I don't want to say how old I am, but I'm not an old nigga. So I wanted to ask, like, is there things, like, I know from them, but, like, is there things that you, Mo Brown, seeing, like, damn, y'all niggas still doing this? Like, or is it like, damn, this what y'all do now? Like,
Yeah.
That's my question.
I do watch a lot of the, a lot is pushing it, but I do check in, right, online, and I'm looking at the videos, and I'm like, oh, you've been watching a lot of Rudy's poems. That's not yours. You know what I mean? Oh, you heard of Tongo Eisen Martin, but you are not him, right? Ooh, that sounds like Aja, and still it's not. It's not Aja Monet. So I have found this urgent need to not ingest online because I think I will do it a disservice. I think poems that are going online are doing the thing that y'all talked about. What is the trend that's working? Let me do my version. When I'm going to the community spaces, I see a little bit something different, and it's the nerves, it's the social awkwardness, it's like this, us trying to coalition build and community build. And so there is a little more intention in how they show up in the room. Therefore, their poems have a little more of a pulse. But I really am tired of your version of somebody else's poem, and that goes for everybody. It goes for like, oh, I love that poem you did. I did my version. No, stop. Don't do your version. Tell me what you thought of, and then turn your mind to the other thing, right? Like the idea is that the poem it ignites something in you. It incites an idea that you were maybe afraid to touch, and it tells you it's possible, and then you go even deeper. Audre Lorde said there are no new suns, right? And we know that the warmth of the suns, there's plenty, like we've seen it all, but there is a new perspective of the sun. So where are you? How are you looking at this? You said something about, I didn't want to be Blues, but like maybe we look at what Blues is talking about, and how I would push the poets that I was working with on the team. I don't want you to talk about what Blues is talking about. Tell me what Blues ain't talking about, right? Tell me how you do that poem in a lockup facility. How do you do that poem in a group home for teenage pregnant mothers? How do you do that poem in a space that could be like a scene from Shatas? Like, do it then, right? Or how do you do a poem that's just funny? And we don't have enough funny poems, right? We got a whole bunch of performative angered poems because you pretend you mad.
Right.
And then
Bro.
No,
Yeah, for real.
no,
Nah,
you're not
for
even
real.
really mad, bro. You're not mad. I can see it. You're not really mad, but I feel you that you are looking to. You want to feel that aliveness. You want to feel that electricity. Whatever that poet made you feel, you want to then give to others, but you aren't honest enough with yourself to be vulnerable.
The title of that craft talk was "The After Poem Isn't What You Think It Is,"
I love it.
which goes for literary poets as well as performance poets.
All of it is literary is performance.
It is.
Knock it off, applesauce. All of you is the same motherfucking room, all right? All right? All of us is here. All of us is here. The
Cool
spoken
work.
word poets.
Knock it off, applesauce. Keep going.
That's how you know I did it. My children's book just came out. You got to have some other things to say.
Mo, you are clearly a multifaceted, multi-talented person. So you are like one of the only few poets that I know has been super successful in slam, super successful in the literary world, super successful in academia, super successful on some street shit. No, but no, you managed to operate in all these spaces in a high caliber way, which all leads you up to being the poet in residence at the Lincoln Center. Like,
Word.
how the fuck does that happen? When I read that shit, I stood up and like, let's fucking go. I didn't know what it meant for anybody else. I just was happy for you because I've seen the work you put in, and I was like,
Right.
if they'd have named anyone else, I'd have came to New York with a problem, like by myself.
Thank you.
Crossed into the city. Like, who the fuck do I need to speak to?
Would you have used the New York accent though?
No. I just straight Southern. Hey, what the fuck, cuz? They'd have been like, oh, he has a real problem. Anyway,
That's my cousin.
how does that come about?
So I received an email saying that they wanted a conversation if I had any interest in curating a 3-month residency.
Okay, so they came to her. Go ahead.
And
I want y'all to recognize that shit.
Also,
Let's go.
3 months is key here. 3 months residency.
3-month residency. And I mean, it's fair to say I ran the New Eurekan Poets Cafe for 14 years, right? And then I took a break because I was putting more into other people's work than my own and having a lot of moments of like anxiousness I had absolute anger, not anxious. I was upset because as much work as I was doing for the community, I was still challenged with, but I'm not getting enough. But why are you getting this and not me?
Woo! Go ahead.
To which I thought, that's crazy. You can say you being here for 2 years is tantamount to me being here for 18 years. That's wild, right? But all right, fuck you, boy. I quit. I was like, I quit everything. I'm just going to work on my own work
Love
because
it.
if everything that I've done, right, I lost teeth, I lost cartilage in my bones of my knees because like, you know how to work. Like we work forever. We're standing, we're hurting, we're still going to I'm still going to host. The show is going to be popping. You will never know I'm in trouble. You will never know I'm harmed. You will never know I'm hurt because the show matters most.
Right.
I stopped. I said, what do I need? What does Mo need? Mo needed a residency. Mo needed sleep. Mo needed to write these books. And after a 6 months residency in Miami, that's when I sold like 6 projects, 3 books, a film, an article, and a proposal. And from there, it was all about just what I want to do with my art. Because I had to realize that my art was still a part of the community. Even if I wasn't just saying, hey, you wanna feature here? Hey, can I help you edit your book? Hey, you wanna talk about that poem? I didn't have to keep doing that when, one, my kindness was being abused. Right?
That part.
Because what happens specifically for a black woman in America is you decide whether I'm a Jezebel, a mammy, or a nanny. Like you decide which way you gonna treat me. And I had mammified myself. I did it to myself. I allowed people to Mama Mo. I had to start being like, yo, don't call me mama. Don't, like, because my daughter is actually upset.
Yeah.
She's an only child.
Right.
And if she had siblings, she wouldn't feel alone. So don't call me mama. Just
Right.
call me
Right.
Mo. Mahogany, Dr. Mo, whatever, it's fine.
Doc Brown, let's go.
All of it's good. So yeah, I then just do this big long break from everything. I quit Urban Word as the coach for their slam team, B&B. I quit. I think I was I was at NYU. I quit that. I was doing their slam team for Cupsy, and I quit New Eurekan. And I just went on a whole sabbatical. I received this amazing grant from Arts for Justice, which gave me the amount of a salary of a year just to like work on the work that I'm working on.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to show anybody any proof, no receipts, just do
Those
your work.
be the best grants ever. They'd be like,
Here's some money.
here's some money. You keep doing whatever it is you do. You can send us an email whenever you feel like.
Because they know what you're doing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
They
yeah.
know like you are out here losing your calcium, losing
Right.
this, losing here. Just here's some change.
Right.
There you go. You're gonna be all right now.
Yeah.
And whatever you do is going to be amazing. From there, I returned back to New York. I had these books on Smash. It was great. I get the email from Lincoln Center. They say 3 months, and I say I would love to have a discussion about what that could look like.
Yeah.
And then we talking, and I just said, I need more than a curatorship contract. I'm interested in like a position.
Yeah.
Because I've done all this in the world, right? And for me to just be contracted by the biggest, largest cultural center in the world did not feel right.
Right.
I needed something that felt like it was a little more, tethered to the next step.
So what started as 3 months?
I'm nosy.
Bro.
Me too.
Here, that pulled up cockhat. We
All
get
right,
it all.
hold on. All right, so transparency. So we are having a studio moment where you know how, like sometimes you at the studio, like the studio for real, and somebody roll up and you like, you're not sure if you about to get got. Like if like, is this a drive?
It's happening.
Or like, are we getting robbed? Because I don't know who this was that came in and just walked in and sat down. I have no idea who this
You don't know
was.
who that was?
I don't know who it was.
I thought that was your people's.
It
That's my
wasn't.
brother-in-law.
Oh, okay. But you didn't know who it was at
Stop
first.
it.
No, I didn't.
Because he
Because it
couldn't
just walked
see.
in. And now some stuff happening outside. And I don't know. But anyway,
We're going to cut all this
what's-
out. We gonna
Nah.
cut
I'm
all
not
this
cutting it out.
We cutting it out?
No, I ain't cutting it out.
That was so fun.
Jay Ward
You
Ward
see our
does the
faces, we're
editing.
like, what's going on?
What is
Nigga,
happening?
what we
Let's
gonna
go
do? Oh no! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
It was supposed to be a 3-month residency, and
It was supposed to be a 3-month residency, the initial invitation, but they said, yes, poet in residence, and this is your 90 days. And I
That's
said, okay.
crazy.
And for 90 days, I think I booked 33
Yeah,
poets.
you went crazy.
Because I didn't know if I'd get to stay.
Yeah, I feel
right?
that. I
I
feel
was
that.
like, I'm bringing everybody into the come in.
hold
Come in,
the
come
door
in.
open. Niggas,
Yo.
come on.
You know what it was like? It felt like a scene from I Am Legend.
Oh,
When the sun come down and the zombies start getting out.
Yeah.
We was them. We was like, it was so amazing and good and fulfilling, and they loved it. They loved it so much that they said after my 3 months ended, "Are you interested in a couple of more years?" And I needed it, right? Like at that point, I needed it.
So we have kept you for a while. This is definitely going to have to be a 2-parter.
All right, look at us go.
But the only, if I'm being honest, the only 2-parters that we have had are like major people. Like we've only had a couple 2-parters.
All of our guests have been major.
please.
God damn it.
Let's stop.
Okay, that's
We
right.
don't want no-
Facts.
He said, I want no static.
The views expressed by Jamal Cohen are
don't
not
say.
necessarily representative of the PoetUp Podcast,
That's fair.
and might be more representative of
I won't
Reposado.
stand. Don't nobody want no smoke.
My bad. And we out. Oh shit! Nope, we're not out. Now we're out.
Yay!
Poet up, poet up.